And then he could scale up super well as the Lulu.
Okay.
Will be the support here, actually. I mean, very likely.
Top lane.
Yeah, it could be.
Because we have seen that before. Of course, this was an old favorite of our old mate Nogari while he was up here. And Damwon Kia, of course, the same team. Might be wanting to utilize that, but it could still be support. Like, we don't necessarily know.
You know, what's interesting about this Hecarim pick, too, I've watched it a lot in other regions, especially in the LPL, where it seems like his role ends up being such... So, there's no lanes he can gank safely, there's no farm he can get, he's just not in a good place.
Well, that attract repel is not the one that you really want here as Delight's burning down. He has to flash as Beryl goes in, gets the kill. Ghost flashes forward as well, didn't really need to. However,
yeah. Ironically, hold that thought, we might get another pick here.
Yeah, there's the flash out from Khan, does shield himself up, but the flash forward from Hoya. This should be a dead Lulu pretty comfortably, and Hoya will lock that one down, so an immediate answer.
The ward charge.
That's how you cue the cannon minion. As Crashdown comes through yet again, attract repel for the stun, as once again Delight taking a lot of damage. Ghost wants to pop that passive and does so, and that's an easy 2v2 kill once again for Damwon Kia. They are just...
Know that you're like just never going to get blown up in these fights. Just hold that.
Yep, Showmaker just going to get the shuffle, and Canyon just says, thank you very much, collateral damage, and walks away. A couple of ruby crystals, and the Hecarim doesn't do as much early game damage as he used to, as Yaharong is going to turn up. No turret there for Khan, and he will be taken down with a Chaos Storm to the face. We've got another dive for the red buff is now Beryl getting closed in on. Teleport, yeah, towards the bottom side here as there's the barrel. Does get Hoya out of position as he does get a decent gnaw back there. Focusing Ghost, who should go down relatively quickly, gets the wild growth, but eventually does fall. Graves gets one back as well as now Showmaker slightly out of position. Beryl has to flash, and it's a big win for Fred Brion on the bottom side.
Oh man, as you pointed out in the last fight, we didn't see it.
As is the explosive cast from Canyon, not going to be able to take away the Drake as it is secured by Umpty. He gets into the backline, moves Beryl out of position, but the Rel is already taken down. They've traded support so far, and now Damwon Kia looking to try and press further forward, but a 1-for-1 with this in this game. I think a lot of it will have to do with Beryl breaking up team fights from the very beginning and delivering a kill onto a carry. Speaking of which, goodbye, Hannah. That's exactly what we were talking about. Thank you so much, Damwon Kia, for showing us exactly what we wanted to see.
Unfortunately, Caster cursed by you, I guess, in this case, is picked, and now you can't challenge this as easily as Fred Brion. I mean,
this Baron's going down so extraordinarily fast. Sand Soldiers just doing so much work. As in goes Beryl, he gets Chaos Stormed immediately. Magnus Storm not quite getting the value that it wants as Umpty gonna have to get out of there. Beryl's gonna be the sacrificial lamb, but it's a trade. 1-for-1 plus a Baron, and you'll take that any day of the week, as that's a majestic rocket position and actually execute on his damage numbers. It can certainly work out. Super Mega Death Rocket just to loosen up the members, as that Magnus Storm's gonna get a lot of value. Big shields out though, as it is gonna be Beryl going down. Once again, it's just gonna be a trade as the Jinx locks down the Drake, and they just walk their way out. A denial of the Mountain Soul as well.
So they should be able to see this coming.
Yeah, Ghost actually snuck in there with the Supercharger as Beryl's going to try and interrupt. Not going to be able to steal it away, Zumpty. That was very close to a 50-50. Ghost is going to flash over that wall to get out. And Damwon Kia just taking lunch money, man. Like, we can... And they're now 4,000 gold ahead, right? Like, all of these items that they're picking up are so valuable as well. I mean, especially Khan when he gets towards this Ardent Sensor that's going to be coming in next. It is a big damage advantage as in goes Umpty. He's found the flank onto Ghost. Doesn't quite get the displacement there, though, because of the dead turret. And so he is able to walk his way out. And Showmaker, in the meantime, is just smacking down this turret on the top side. Fred and Brion are now coming on in. There are a lot of Sand Soldiers set up for Showmaker to taxi his way out. Exactly. Like, Killer Instinct is going to be able to get him into any sort of engagement if it does actually break out. There's now Umpty moving on in. He's already taken a little bit of poke here as Beryl is keeping his eye on what's going on, throwing barrels around, things like that. Canyon not in position to smite right now. They don't really care about taking away the Drake. They just want to win a team fight. As Delight is going to go down. Hoya has to flash to get himself out, and Canyon says, heck no, you are not getting away from me. Now he's rotating around for the last
They know that in that straight-up trade, they won't be able to make it happen.
Well, Umpty's going in yet again as Canyon just focuses on taking down the turret. They're going to get all of the inhibitors. So definitely trading up here. They're like, well, you can have your third Mountain Drake because they know that the map belongs to them. Just avoiding the poke as best they can. The Baron has been started here from Fred Brion. It's desperation, but it's needed As now Beryl setting himself up. Hoya taking a fair bit of damage there as even the Void Seeker's doing a lot of work. Canyon gets in from the side and Henry's just obliterated. Canyon goes golden. He bought so much time already as goes over the wall, able to deal with Umpty. Beryl has all the CC required. Canyon does fall, but it does not matter. Yaharong running for the hills as the Void Seeker is avoided, but it doesn't matter. He's still going to die. He's going to take a bow there and show off his top hat as this is the end of the game, but beautifully executed by both teams, actually. There were some moments here that where Fred and Breon showed us exactly how this comp's supposed to work, but it was a Dom 1 macro masterclass outside of that.
It was really the showcasing of their macro, their understanding of the team comps, knowing their weaknesses, knowing which fights not to take, to give 3 Mountain Drakes in those skirmishes, especially that last one. This is such a scary team to draft against, and pulling the Renekton.
5 Renekton, baby, that's what we're looking for. Love it.
That's a bit of a bold statement because it's difficult to find value with Renekton into the Scion or the Gragas in the top lane.
Yeah, it is better into the Scion because you can really silly amounts of damage even without having to build any of it. In the early stages, is Damonki are going to help Canyon out with a bit of a leash.
Proxying the minions between turrets. Canyon is rotating up though.
Yeah, gets himself the smoke screen. Hoya having to run away. Flashes on in for the stun as now Canyon with that red buff doing a fair bit of work. So yeah, it was a little bit sad as that's another phenomenal body slam. Blade Caller comes in. Delight has been lit on fire as there's the flash out from Ghost avoiding Umpty and that devastating charge as Beryl still chasing after this one. You see Canyon in that. He's so low. Khan doesn't have ulti. Flash available for the Scion, almost up here for Hoya, but it looks like Fred and Breon shouldn't be able to fight this as they do manage to take this one down. Umpty's going to be taxied back as Graves grabs the first blood. Empress Divide is good though onto Beryl, who's surviving for way too long. In fact, gets a lot of damage down, flashes on away, and now Hoya is stunned at the back of the pit. He's dead as well, and Damwon Kia off to a phenomenal start.
Yes, ready to take another objective here. Umpty gonna look for the wraparound. Oh, look at Beryl, he's so good.
Yeah, exactly. Delight is going to get pushed out of this fight right now. There's the onslaught of shadows into the backline as Umpty's still pretty healthy in this one, but in goes the Scion, triple knockup. The Encore only onto Hoya, but that's all they needed to evaporate the Renekton, and now Fred and Breon are on the run, shifting sands to get lava out of there. But this is
quite significantly, right? Got an extra plate. Khan is uncontested.
Oh, he almost got that auto off. Like that got an ulti out of Hoya. This is so scary.
He has to, and now
0 plates. This could be a perfect game with no plates even as Canyon comes up towards that top side. The easiest dive of the universe happened in Season 1. As Umpty's going to come down and is going to try and get his revenge here onto Beryl, who does get pushed back. Goodbye perfect game maybe, and yes, he will be taken down. Now Ghost is getting chased out. No mana left on Umpty though as the Blade Caller not able to get lethality Scion anyone. Doing too much damage.
We're waiting for it.
Has to use the ulti. Really well played there by Umpty to guarantee that the Zaya's positioning was messed up.
He still makes it work every single time. And who's chasing whom here?
Yeah, okay, let's try and kill Khan. Good luck, Fred and Breon. They have 4 people so far. Khan uses his walk away slowly technique, and that is actually really good on the side of Damwon Kia this time around. As Beryl is going to demonstrate that. Goodbye, lava.
Yikes. That's his first death of the game, by this case.
Yep. Hoya, just trying to clear out the minions here, as you can see, as the rest of Fred and Breon trying to come around as in goes Umpty, going for the engage. Beryl gets a little bit frightened and then throws his cask away as Hoya's going to get ulted by himself. Khan just trying to be that front line as Canyon gets pushed over the wall and Umpty doesn't follow him, unfortunately for Umpty, so they can't follow up on that one. Hoya now a little bit too low, and Damwon Kia just keeping Fred and Breon at bay and taking the turrets that they're looking for.
And they don't have strong, soul lane split, by getting caught by that potentially.
Yeah, Canyon going to get engaged on here, gets very, very frightened, and you can understand exactly why now. Beryl might suffer the same fate. Could this be Fred and Breon coming alive as beat drop? Not quite going to work out here as we're waiting for the encore, but Showmaker not going to go for it without the jungler. Fred and Breon think that it's time to go for this Baron.
Khan's got teleport. He's coming through.
Scion is going to come in here as Delight is taken down very, very low. Hoya with the ulti pre-popped is now looking to try and get on top of Ghost. The encore lands onto 3 as Khan gets into the backline, but they've lost the Zaya. Showmaker wants to be able to get the work done here as, oh my god, Lava just gets body slammed out of an attempted Emperor's Divide. And look at this, is what we were talking about. They can't kill Khan.
They can't kill him.
It's just taken everything from these guys as Showmaker tries to get the beat drop and the Renekton will fall. Emperor's Divide to try and stop him, but it's too little, too late.
Unbelievable.
And it looked like they lost their damage, Wolf.
It was 4v5.
It didn't matter.
It was 4v5, and Showmaker did so much damage in this
Still
fight.
ahead of everyone as the Scion.
He just keeps hitting Qs, man. It's actually insane. Not to mention how much damage he did while he was bullying Poroya on the top side of the map. That starts to add up. And with this Baron buff, Damwon and Kia just group, right? They don't need a side laner. They're just going to push us 5.
Well, in goes the train. Not going to find any stuns, but buys enough space. It's exactly what Khan needed to do. Is now Canyon actually able to get so much damage onto Delight right here. As Khan, he's just walking under turrets, just straight up does not care about anything. As maybe this is just the push for the win. They have Baron, they have Elder. Elder's there for just under a minute, if anything. Khan lost about 1,000 health.
Oh no!
How valuable.
Anyway.
As, Canyon just going to dive on forward. Umpty's going to have to get out of there as he's not tanky enough at all. As Lava's trying to shift the sands to get himself out. He sets himself up the Sun Disc.
You've got to dodge Khan's ultimate if you can. That's why everyone's respecting where he's standing so much here, because he's got that ult available. They know it.
Showmaker. That's a lot of damage from the passive there.
He's
not a lot of counterplay options to that one either. As, we've got a lot of super creeps moving their way in. Lava's trying to get out. The drifting once again, looking beautiful. He finds Lava. Once just half health him as full tank Scion. The Gargoyle Stoneplate going to mean that he should be able to get out as the minions, well, 100% trolling him there, but it's not going to cost him his life. Umpty's going to get body slammed back. You can see Showmaker doing a lot of work. Ghost wasn't there to get the follow-up damage, but it doesn't really matter. Showmaker locks down the Azir as Hoya has to go golden there towards the backside. Canyon not going to be so lucky here. But I think this is the end of this one, Wolf, as Umpty's going to have to get out. In comes Scion once again as he teleports onto the minions. And, they're just going to celebrate towards the end of this one. Khan goes golden, but it's just the Nexus that they have to finish off. He dies! Oh, my goodness, his first death of the series. As Hoya's going to have to go back to the fountain, and the Nexus is going to be finished off by Ghost, but mostly the minions, as Damwon do get themselves their revenge against Fred Brion. What an absurd game.
What an absurd game, but I mean, this is just showcasing what happens when you get ahead